Quiz 5. Alright, guys, let's go. Use the correct question words that are doublet questions. Who, what, where, why, how, long. Alright? And a present perfect progressive to make information questions. We gotta make information questions. Alright? Okay, guys, be careful. The underline words are the answers to the questions. So the underline words are the answer to the question. So we're going to use this doublet question to ask the question, and the answer should be the underline words. All right? So let's see an example here. Joe has been working for that company for 20 years. So for 20 years is the answer. So let's ask the question now. So which one are we going to use here? Who, what, where, why, how long? So the answer the question gotta be, how long has Joe been working for that company? So for 20 years. So for 20 years, all right? So that's what I said. The underline was are the answers to the questions, all right? Okay, this is another example. Okay, let's do the rest. She has been talking to her for the past hours. So the answer here gotta be to a murder. So let's prove it. Let's use any doublet question there and prove it. Okay. Who has she been talking to for the past hours? A mom. So a mom is the answer. Is the underlined word. Okay. All right. Let's go. Ruth has been waiting Sarah for over an hour. So the answer gonna be for over an hour. So let's see the question. All right. So, and the question from which one we gonna use? Where, why, whom? All right, let's see. How long has Ruth been waiting for Sarah? So we use how long has Ruth been waiting for Sarah? So the answer there is what? For over an hour. All right, there's a simple way to understand this one. It's so interesting. They just want you to understand how to use the doublet question in present perfect progressive. All right. Okay, guys, check your understanding if you want to become perfect in present perfect. These are advanced tense. You get another one. Okay, if you know this one, then your level is high. It's an advanced tense. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. The boys have been playing tennis all afternoon. So the answer here gotta be play tennis. Let's prove is that if that's the answer. So watch which question was we gotta use here. With the doublet question we gotta use here. Yeah, answering the question playing tennis. So we use what. What have the boys been playing all afternoon? So what have the boy been playing all afternoon? So what have the boy been playing all afternoon? So the answer is what? Play tennis. So the boys play tennis. All right? Okay, guys, present perfect progressive. All right, let's go to the next one here. Annie has been waiting in the office shop for Mary. So the answer here gotta be in the office shop. Let's prove it. Let's see which doublet question we use here. Which one do you think is the right one? So the right one is where. Where has Annie been cooking all day? Quiz 6. Scramble sentences. So we gotta use the scramble sentences to make a complete sentence. Alright? Okay, guys, scramble sentences. Okay, so we gotta put the words into orders. Put them into orders. They are scrambles. We put them into orders. To make sense. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. Put the words below in correct orders to make grammatically correct sentences in the present perfect progressive tense. Each sentence is in the present perfect progressive tense. All right, guys, let's go. Example. Has that been for a company working years for 10? This is scramble words. It doesn't make sense. So now you gotta try to put these words into order to make sense. Okay, in the present perfect progressive. All right, let's put it to make sense. So the answer gonna be he has been working for that company for 10 years. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Piano lesson has been since taking being was child she. It doesn't make sense. That's why I say a sentence makes sense. This one doesn't make sense. So you have to put the words into order. These are grammatical. We call it grammatical function. So you have to put the words in order, to make sense. If the words are not in order, then it doesn't make sense. So now let's try to make sense. She has been taking piano lessons since he was a child. This makes sense, right? Finishings they came have sun been up. It doesn't make sense. We need a sense. We need a sentence that makes sense. All right? Okay, let's go. They have been finishing since the sun came up. So this makes sense. This is the answer. All right, guys, let's go. Has and father is being for with again our. That doesn't make sense. Does it make sense? No sense. So now we need sense. Okay? So the sense gotta be sentence. So what is the answer here to make sense? He has been arguing with his father for an hour. It makes sense, guy. All right. Okay, let's go. Have neighbor home. We some in being since the living we children. Doesn't make sense. I didn't understand what you're saying. Speak to me. I didn't understand. This is not grammatically correct. So let's make sense now. Grammatically correct. So this gotta be we have been living in the same apartment since we are children. We have been living in the same apartment since we are children. All right?